Yo, what's poppin', everyone? Welcome back to another podcast on Unfiltered podcast. It is your host, John. John. Okay, I haven't done this shit in a long time, so just give me a break. Anyway, I'm just joking. All right. Let me do a real intro. What's good, everyone? Welcome back to another Unfiltered podcast, episode 4. We are up in here with bigger and better audio this time. Can we get a round of applause? Thank you. All right. So this is something that I did because I already know I sound different. I spent hella guap on audio equipment, and I got some microphones. I'm probably gonna buy 2 more because I'm not gonna disclose the company or who I bought it for, because obviously I need my check first, and then I'm gonna disclose. I'll promote the hell out of this company because I like this company. It's my first time using them, but they have very, very, very good reviews on audio stuff, and the audio sounds great. I don't really know how it's gonna sound in the edit when I do this, but hopefully everything sounds good. It sounds good so far at what I'm doing. But I spent close to $1,000. Close to $1,000 on audio equipment for this podcast, set up my podcast. So hopefully you guys enjoy this audio version. And the reason that I'm doing a solo and the reason it's audio version is because I'm sitting in my room quarantining because your boy sadly did catch COVID. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know how I caught it, who I caught it from. It was probably me from going downtown like every other weekend or every weekend, every Friday or Saturday. I just be downtown messing around. I was one of those guys who was like, okay, I got the mask on, but do I really need the mask on type shit? Because you know what I'm saying, I ain't catching no COVID. I ain't really seen nobody catch COVID like that. I know my homeboy caught COVID, but he was in Atlanta, so he was like, nigga, like you obviously wasn't, you come on, bro, you in Atlanta. But then Florida did have the most highest cases at a certain time point. But anyway, I was downtown messing around, with some girls or something like that. Just doing the casual mid-20-year-old things, and I think I caught it from her, but I could have caught it from just being around outside at people. But I'm pretty sure it was this girl who I'm not going to disclose. I really should expose your ass, by the way, but I'm not going to because I don't want to be that dude. But I've been to theme parks, movies, all types of places. I ain't caught nothing, and I thought I was so invincible. Trust me, you're not. I woke up with like the craziest headache, bro. I'm talking about like out of a 1 to 10, probably like a 7 on a migraine. And when you got a migraine in general, your head be hurting and all the other stuff, and you just be feeling like you want to die. That's exactly how I felt. I felt like I wanted to die, bro, or I felt like I was dying because my head was it was in so much pain, and I already had a lot of stuff to do that day. So I didn't take no medication or nothing. I just basically toughed through it, went to go get a haircut, and I'm just sitting here like, bro, why? I feel like I'm about to pass out. So drove, got a haircut, was so miserable in that chair because my barber, shout out my barber Chris, Ace of Spades, shout out my dog Mo too, shout out my dog Miguel, just shout out everybody at Ace of Spades. Y'all be doing y'all thing. But mid-level migraine, miserable in that chair because my dog Chris do be, he be cutting right, but he be taking his time, and that day I wanted him to hurry up because I was feeling crazy. So did that. Then I was hungry as hell and had a migraine, so I decided to go drive all the way down, like probably 15 minutes to Cracker Barrel. If anybody's familiar with that restaurant, you know how them food be hitting. But every time I take a black person to Cracker Barrel, they just see the sign, and then they look inside and see the people. They like, bro, what's going on? Are you trying to get me killed? Like, they obviously trolling, but some of them not trolling. Oh, they crazy. But shout out to Cracker Barrel, man. Y'all got some good food, but they wanted me to wait 45 minutes for a table, and I said F that. So I went to DQ and thugged it out for $11. But came back, thought I could just sleep it off. It didn't help. It kind of got worse. And basically, I started losing my taste. My throat enclosed, so I couldn't swallow that good. Pause. I lost my senses a little bit. Everything just started to slowly just go down for your boy. And this was before I went and got tested, because I've never been tested before. I always told people I got tested, but I didn't get tested. I was that dude. So The smart thing was, okay, let me make a doctor's appointment. Got my insurance and everything. Went to the doctor. Told him what happened. Now, I mistakenly told my doctor, right? I've never seen him do this before. I told my doctor that I had a mild fever, which I didn't. I had a headache. I had a mild fever and a crazy cough. I didn't have a crazy cough, but I did have like some residue in the chest area that was nasty. So I told him I had a mild fever and a crazy cough. And I've never seen, this man is like 60, 70 years old, I think. Or maybe he might be 50, but you know, white people age different. So it's hard to tell sometimes. I've never seen this man get up out of his chair and run out of that office so fast. Like he did a 9.4 in a 100-meter dash, bro. He was gone. He was off the walls, bro. I was like, damn. I messed up on my words because I'm that type of person. If I'm trying to explain something to you, I might mess up my words a little bit unintentionally. If my brain is thinking too fast or I'm trying to say something too fast, I'm going to mess up. It's not my fault, but it is my fault. I just need to slow down my words. But I've never seen a man get up and run out the damn office that quick. He zoomed. I didn't even get a chance to finish my sentences, bro. He was okay, good. He's like, okay, good. And then just left and came back and said, okay, we're gonna get you tested. Like he had double gloves, double mask, double everything. I'm like, damn, okay, okay. And he's like, have you ever been tested? And I was like, nah. And so he was like, okay, we're gonna get you a test in. He tried to do it that day, but they couldn't do it that day, so they scheduled me for tomorrow, basically the next day. And he told me all I had to do was just go in and get the little swab. I didn't have to get out my car or nothing. Now my thing was, even though a COVID test is easy, I done seen videos and know people that got like tested at the time, and like the nurses or whatever be like digging in their brain. They'll stick a Q-tip so far up their nose to where I'm like, bro, is you trying to like get COVID test or you trying to see what's in my brain? And I told the nurse when I pulled up, I told her, I said, listen, I know how this go. She said, you know, I'm gonna go a little deep, but I ain't gonna go that deep. I was like, you better not be digging in my brain. I told her straight up, literally these words. I said, do not dig for my brain. And she just started laughing. I'm like, you laughing, but I'm serious. Like, I won't throw these hands and get out this car. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't care. You kind of fine though too, but I'll still throw the hands. I don't care. Nah, bro. I ain't gonna be one of them dudes dying, you know, trying to get a COVID test, because I done seen what goes on. But you know, she was nice and gentle. You know, she did a little one swipe and was on my way. And so I never scared of nothing. You know what I'm saying? Real nigga shit. I ain't never scared of nothing, but I was like, bro, I think I really do have this, because I know the symptoms before I got tested, and I already knew. I had friends that have had COVID, but it wasn't nothing serious. It wasn't serious to the point where I had to go to the hospital or nothing, thank God. But it was still symptoms. So 2 days later, I get a call, woken up by my nurse, and she was like, I'm sorry to inform you, but you tested positive for COVID-19. First thing in my head was the F word. I'm going to try to keep it clean on YouTube. So in my head, I was just screaming F, 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 F. And so she was like, okay, you got to quarantine for 10 days and then got to come back and get checked out, which is cool. Because I already had just been in the crib already chilling, and, you know, I didn't really have much to do for the rest of the week. It was the weekend, so I didn't really have much to do. So I've been in my house for the past like 3 to 4 days. And then I was like, bro, I got to get out the house. So I'm going to expose myself right now, but I don't care. I've been out. Yes, I broke laws, y'all. I done went out. Yeah, come get me, officer. I'm sorry. Come get me right now. I went out and just bought food. That's the max thing I did. I stayed away from people. I wore gloves. I wore a mask. I did everything precaution to not infect nobody. But I have this joint. Thank God I don't have the serious symptoms to where I got to be in the hospital and dying and all this stuff. But I've kept my distance very clear of people. Now, some of y'all gonna look at me and say, boy, you crazy as hell. I understand that. But If I try to order food, it's hard to get through my gate because my security guard is always tripping over something, not letting people in. So like, you know what? I ain't got time for this. I'm starving. I'm starving right now, actually, which is probably I want to go get food, but I also just want to do this little quick podcast because this is going to be the shortest podcast that I do too. I'm gonna try to make it around 20, maybe like around 20 minutes. It just hit 10-minute mark right now, so I got like 10 more minutes. You know what I'm saying? Just something short, just something light for y'all. But yeah, I've been getting food and coming back home. I've kept my distance. I haven't touched anybody. I haven't done anything. I'm doing my thing. But to get into the real topics of today's podcast, I definitely want to start off talking about this whole Jake Paul thing. He got a fight coming up tomorrow at 9 o'clock, boy. 9 p.m. is on. Him versus Ben Askren. Who I got my money on, bruh? I'm gonna have my money on Jake, bro. I've seen all his fights. I've always had my money on homie. Yeah. I'm not gonna say it's an easy dub because he is fighting a actual fighter, but it's not an actual boxer. Like Jake's last couple of fights, I didn't really classify them as fights because Deji was just somebody to bully. Let's just keep it honest. Deji, it was no type of competition at all. Gibb, why did that fight even happen? Honestly, why did that fight? The only fight that was, with somebody athletic that could look like they could throw hands, but they had more street creds on the fight than actually boxing skills, was Nate Robinson. Nate Robinson came out blazing, hands being open, not protecting himself, got his ass knocked the F out. And so I was like, okay, maybe this dude, maybe we shouldn't be talking crazy about how skilled this dude is, because you can obviously see the improvements from when he fought Deji back in 2018. But for this fight right here, man, I think it's going to go to distance. I don't think nobody's going to get knocked out because, first of all, anybody not to mess with somebody when they got cauliflower ears, bro. They've been doing that fight and shit. Oh damn, I ain't supposed to curse, but they've been doing that fighting stuff, bro. Been like, anytime I see a person either it's on the street or something, they got cauliflower ears and they face is just naturally swollen from getting hit so many times. I'm like, all right, so you know what you kind of doing. But I think it's gonna be a good fight. I'm gonna put $100 on Jake Paul if anybody's down to match me with that, get a little bet thing going on or something like that. I'm down to put $100 down. Down to put $100 down. Let me know down in the comments, or just if you see this podcast, just DM me on Instagram, Snapchat. You got me on Twitter, hit me up on there. But yeah, besides the fight, recently there has been some sexual allegations with this man Jake Paul, bro. I seen that whole video and it's cap. I don't care what y'all say. It is so freaking cap, bro. Number one, pause. Jake Paul is. I'm not even deriding nobody right now. I'm just saying it straight up, bro. Like, he's pulled bad females, right? Like Alyssa Violet, she's pretty bad, and Erica, I don't know. She kind of downgraded, in my opinion, low key, because I don't know. She got really skinny, but I'm watching this video, and everything just seems off. Like when she started talking about how they was like, kissing or whatever. If you haven't seen it, I'm gonna link the video down below. She said that her and Jake would just casually kiss on another, which ain't nothing wrong with that. And she said she was okay with that. But then kissing naturally leads to sexual things. Like people like kissing is like a foreplay for sex. At least in my opinion. I don't know how it is, and everyone got a different thing, but generally it's like a foreplay to lead to sex or something like that. But then when that happened, she said that she didn't want to do that. And he was like, okay, so what's the point of just me sitting here kissing you? You know what I'm saying? I get it if you're like in middle school or like a young high school person, but everyone should know in general, if you're in your mid-20s, right? At my age, mid-20s, kissing leads to sex, period. Everyone should know this. Like, come on, bro. It ain't hard to figure out. And so he was like, okay, so what's the point of this? There's no point of just sitting here making out with you if ain't nothing gonna happen, because I could be doing other stuff, which he could. So I guess that happened. But then she was saying like here's basically how the whole rape thing started. From her story, she was like, okay, after she told him that nothing was going to happen, he just grabbed her head and just started forcing it on his Johnson. We're going to say that. Keep it clean on here. Forcing it on his Johnson, just going crazy. Busted in her mouth 20 seconds after, raping her. And then talking about you want to cuddle after. Then he wanted to cuddle. I don't know no rapist that wants to really cuddle after like a fucking rape. Well, I don't know no rapists in general. Let me just clarify that. But I don't know nobody that just like, okay, you know what? I raped you. Now we're gonna cuddle. And then like 20 seconds later, she was like, he got up and left or something like that. And then she went downstairs and allegedly told her friend that was a dude. And then the guy was like, you know what? This guy raped you. I am gonna talk to him and explain how that wasn't very nice and how you didn't like that. And so I'm like, bro, what? This story just all over the place. And then like the next day, she texted him saying that she wanted to talk about it. How do you contact your rapist the next day and say, hey, I don't like the fact that you took advantage of me, that you raped me, and I want to talk to you to tell you how bad I felt about it and how you should learn this. I'm like, Nick, what the fuck, bro? Come on, this whole story it was just a story for attention, bro. Because everybody know if you mention this dude's name negatively anyway, you're going to get views. You're going to gain clout because a lot of people hate this dude. Me personally, I think he's not a bad guy to me. You know what I'm saying? He had done some messed up stuff, and anybody would have, like, I've done certain messed up stuff too. You know what I'm saying? It's part of being young, but when you're in the spotlight, it's different because people expect different from you and everything. But yeah, that whole story, I probably didn't explain it the best way I can because it's been like 2 days since I watched it, but I'm definitely going to link it down below. You have to go check it out for yourself and form your own opinion. But to me, that whole story was cap. It was just something to blow her up, get her clout, and basically put him down even more because, he got the fight coming up tomorrow, and it would only make sense to just start some more BS. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that just blew me. Like I was sitting there kind of laughing at some of the stuff she was saying because it just didn't make sense. Like the timelines, everything that she said, it just didn't add up. It's like, why didn't you call the police? Why didn't you file a report? Why didn't you do this? Why didn't you do that? All the stuff a normal person would do in a rape, and you want to sit here and have a sit down with your rapist and talk to him face to face and say, hey, you really hurt my feelings last night. What? Like, bro, nah, bro, come on now. No. Go file a police report. If sexual assault is nothing to play with, you know what I'm saying? And if stuff really be happening to the victims out there, go out there and file a report, bro. Don't sit there and be like, you know what? I'm gonna text the exact same rapist the next day and try to tell him about my feelings because I didn't like that. That was rude and absurd and mean. That don't make no freaking sense, man. But beyond that, y'all can go check that out for yourselves. I'm gonna just leave it be after what I said, man. But hopefully it'll be a good fight tomorrow, man. Make sure y'all tune in on Triller. I'm definitely gonna be tuning in. Last fight I did live stream, and thank God I didn't get banned. I think I got a strike on my channel though, because they eventually took it down like after 2 weeks after the fight. So I was cool. I ain't care either way, but you know what I'm saying. Shout out to everyone that viewed it. Am I gonna stream this one? I don't know, because I do not want to get a strike on my channel. And if you're not familiar with my main channel, it's Jonathan Pullum. I'm going to link that down in the description box below so you guys can go subscribe to that and check out my other videos, man. I'm out to hit 500 subscribers on that, so shout out to all my 466 and 67 people that just subscribed, man. I just got 2 new subscribers, and you know what I'm saying, your boy ain't posted in a month, so yeah, let's get it. But another news, Fast 9 is coming out. You know what I'm saying? The trailer just got released for Fast and Furious 9, and people are already trolling it. people are already saying like, oh wait, another barbecue, you know what I'm saying, another it's all about family face ass. Like I'm saying, Dom, bro, you got to come up with a new catchphrase or something. Bro, the Fast and Furious series, my favorite Fast and Furious movies was the first, second. Those were my very two favorites, but I kind of did like the third one. The third one was pretty straight to me. Tokyo Drift, shout out Tokyo Drift, and the fourth one was all right. But like, I wish they would have kept it about cars, because I know a lot of people in the car community, they kind of just like, it turned into an action movie, and then it's like, bro, what the heck? Y'all started off as a car community and y'all just went straight for like the action jackson stuff. But you know, that did more numbers. But so far as, am I gonna watch Fast 9? Of course, but I can't wait to see what happens like in the movie, because allegedly, or all of a sudden, the dude has a brother. Like, I don't ever remember hearing about Dom having a brother, but now he all of a sudden got a brother. And Fast 10 is like, oh, his lost sister comes back. I'm like, bro, what's going on? What are the producers? What are the people that make this movie? What's going on in that boardroom? Like, do y'all just come up with the craziest ideas and write them down and actually put them in a movie? I understand y'all trying to go bigger and better, but y'all already was bugging it. I think it was in Fast 6 when y'all flew out 2 buildings. That was crazy enough, bro. That's when I knew it's not even about cars. Y'all put a super exotic car and says, you know what, we're going to fly through 2 buildings. That's going to do numbers. That's going to be crazy as heck. Everybody going to want to see that. That was ridiculous, bro. I ain't never seen nothing like that before. That was crazy. But I hopefully I can contact the Fast and Furious company or Universal. Let me contact Universal and be like, bro, it wouldn't make sense to, at least to me, but for Fast 10, if that's going to be the last one y'all ever make, please make it about cars. Bring back the Supra, bring back the RX-7, the R32, the R34, R33. You can even put the R35 or something. Put the new with the old, man. Bring back the old school, the nostalgic joints, because you know what I'm saying, I learned a lot about cars through those 2 movies, man. Too Fast, Too Furious and Fast and Furious, man. I fell in love with the Skyline. My favorite car to this day is still a Nissan Skyline 1998, 1999 Nissan Skyline R34, bro. I love that shit. Oh, dang, I'm not supposed to curse. I love that car to death, bro. I do like a Supra too. A Supra be sounding mad sexy, but my favorite joint is a R34. Then probably a Supra or a S2000 Honda or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the Honda gang. But, bruh, a lot of stuff has been popping off in the news with these cops and you know what I'm saying, the Black Lives Matter movement and just black people in general, man. Last thing I really want to talk about, because I am kind of going over time. Tyrese Gibson, pretty sure y'all know him. He posted a video. See if I can find it. He posted a video on his Instagram, and it was 2 cops doing a traffic stop. And basically what had happened was, this dude had a gun in his passenger seat. Here it is right here. The dude had a gun in his passenger seat and was talking about how he was going to shoot these 2 cops if they didn't let him go. These cops did not fire at this brother or at this dude. They literally just sat there and did nothing. They had the guns drawn on him. But people were saying if he was a black man, that video would have been like 5 to 10 seconds. They would have shot him if they wouldn't even seen it. They over here negotiating with this dude, talking about don't pull the gun out. Don't pull the gun out. Please, sir. Don't make the situation even worse. And then one of the cops put their gun that he had drawn on him back into his holster. And then the guy was basically like, you know what? No, I'm not getting a ticket today. Y'all are not going to give me a ticket. I'm not getting out the car, because they were telling him to get out the car. Like, you know what? I'm not getting out the car. Y'all are not going to give me a ticket. So he basically released his hand from the cop that had a grip on his arm, released it, started his car back up, closed the door, and drove off. And nothing happened. No shots were fired. Nothing happened. I'm like, wow. That's crazy. That's like I don't really ever get like upset or like people be getting outraged by this stuff. I don't really get outraged like that, but that kind of pissed me off. I'm like, bruh, if I was stopped or one of my friends was stopped, and that would even like not even a quarter, like a fraction, like a little small fraction of that even happened, I'm pretty sure them two cops would have just let all 17 rounds of them bullets just go up in him. And with that being said, I was like, bro, we definitely need some reformation or something like that, because coming from a person who has family members that are policemen, were policemen, and I do know a lot of cops. Not all cops are bad, bro. But I do know the media loves to get people riled up, so they will find a story, just like that lady that killed that 20-year-old kid for mistaking her taser for a gun. You know the difference between a gun and a taser. I have the same gun police use. Okay, there's a big weight difference. Okay, I have that exact same joint, and I can definitely tell the difference between a taser and what I have, bro. And you shot that man because one, you probably just it was like fear flight. You know what I'm saying? You got nervous, you got anxious, the dude's over there scrambling. Now, that kind of did make the situation a little bit worse when you over here tussling with a police officer. Highly suggest you don't do that. My father always told me, like, bro, listen, if you ever get stopped, person tell you get out the car, man, bro, if anything, just comply, do whatever, like, go to jail and I'll get you out in court. You know, so you ain't gonna be in there long, but basically he's trying to say do everything that's not gonna get you shot. If you can do anything to keep the police from drawing a gun on you, because once that happens, then you got slim choices. You got very slim choices at that point. So I haven't really been pulled over that many times, but the times I have been pulled over, I done had racist cops say all types of crazy stuff to me, but I just keep my composure, get my little license and registrations off and everything, and do what he says. Now I do be one to mouth off to motherfuckers. Let me stop cursing, dang it, to a person, but it's not worth my life, man. It ain't worth it, because a lot of these cops are just trigger happy and they can't wait just to pull something. And I really feel like cops need to put people through like a test before they actually get hired, to see what just to basically get a simulation of what they would actually do. I know they got simulators, but they need to go out and actually see what would happen using some type of dummy test or something like that. In case a person were to tussle with you, how would you react? Would you keep your composure, or would you just be like, oh my God, pull out your gun and just start shooting? Because some people just, even with all that training, they still scared. And you cannot be a police officer and be scared and just be willing to shoot anything without some using your formal training or whatever you heard. You can't just like forget all of that and be like, F it, just pull out the nearest thing you have and start blasting. So that's my little take on it and everything. But dang, I did go a little bit over time right now. This is the only audio version of the podcast. If you guys did enjoy this, please feel free to leave the comment, leave some feedback, because I am still new to this podcasting thing, but I actually do enjoy it because I get to talk about a lot of stuff that I probably wouldn't talk about in my regular videos, and it's just a longer format, and I get to have certain guests and friends and everything. So yeah, plus right now I get to sit in my room. I got a little movie thing playing. I got War Dogs on the TV, and I'm just talking to y'all. So, I'm chilling right now. But if you enjoyed this podcast, man, make sure to give this channel a subscription. And make sure to go check out the main channel. And, yeah, man, hopefully you guys bet money on Jake Paul, because I got a feeling that he going to win. Like I said, I'm putting $100 on it, man. I'm going to see you guys in the next podcast. Appreciate y'all for listening and tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe and like, comment, and share. And I'm going to see you guys in the next joint. I'm out. Peace.